Hello, Mike Roman here, your catering guru. Welcome to our Tuesday Ask the Guru video. I realize that some of you aren't watching this on Tuesday. Our records indicate that some of you, for crying out loud, are watching this at 3 in the morning. What are you doing? Get some sleep, okay? Don't come here at 3 o'clock in the morning and look up a video. You know, go out and fish or take a walk or do some running, okay? You're scaring me when you do that. So anyway, first of all, thanks to Skip Shoresman and Lynn Bueno from Feast Your Eyes event company in Philadelphia for their comments on the site. I'm very grateful. Good friends and nice people. Anyway, today we're talking about ideas on upselling, but first of all, just one quick idea about your vendors. You got to get to know your vendors. You got to visit them. Send them lunch once in a while. Not an expensive lunch, just a simple lunch for the whole crew. Make a friend. My mother used to say to me when she taught me catering, Michael, someday there's going to be 2 flats of raspberries left on a produce guy's floor. One's going to be outstanding, one's going to be middle. And she said, we want them always to send us the good ones. Okay, so anyway, think about that. All right, so what about examples? The question today is, what are examples of upselling? You know, upselling is not just done to make more money for the salesperson or for the company. Really, it isn't. The whole basis of upselling is to have a better party, a better event. That's the reason we upsell. The more money we get to put into a party, the more different options we get to put into a party. God, I gotta believe you believe this. We get better events, but we sometimes are clouded and think that the only reason to upsell is to make money, and it comes soon in our conversation with the prospect or the customer that they realize we're just trying to hustle them, which we aren't, but it comes off that way. I'll share some scripts with you in a few minutes that'll give you some ideas about that. Now, you can upsell just about anything and everything you want by offering choices. You can upsell all through the presentation. You can do it before the presentation. You can do it whether you're talking to a customer on the phone or you're writing them a proposal or just a simple email. Now, I'm going to do this. I don't know if it's going to help you or not. I hope it does, okay? You can take a simple paper napkin that goes into a box lunch and start offering 2 more options. That the normal one is a 2-ply napkin. But for a small additional charge, you have a 3-ply napkin. And when you really want to be sure your guests are happy, we actually have a slightly higher price for a 4-ply napkin. Follow through with disposable plates, cups, glassware in terms of plastic, flatware in terms of plastic. These come in different grades, different strengths, different abilities, and you attach a small 10-cent charge, 35-cent charge more per guest for that. What else can you upsell? How about early access to the ballroom or to the event space? We forget that we give too many things away free. So one of the options are, and by the way, if you want to get into the ballroom earlier, just there's a small charge because you have to have security there, maintenance there, and you can put your balloons on your chairs easier and put the gifts out for whoever you want to do. So how about time of delivery, back to drop off? You know, you can actually charge $20 more to get it in a 5-minute window before they eat. In other words, you can just take anything you do and think about it from the point of view of upselling. In my book that's on the tactics, which is the orange cover book, I have, 60-some different items in there that you can do. Just a few more. How about takeaway gifts for guests as they leave? How about just simply cleaning the windshields of the guests as they're in the building or in the home? You go out and you clean windshields and put a little note in that ABC Catering wants to thank you very much, and we want you to have a clear night home. I mean, sounds corny to you? I don't know. In the world I come from, these are things we try to do. What about portion size? We don't do that. Mrs. Smith's steak comes in a 10-ounce, but and that's more than you need. But some people want to have a 12-ounce. So in other words, you can absolutely provide options which give people choices. Okay, I think so. How about the number of hors d'oeuvres? We never really talk about hors d'oeuvres. We just say, oh, we'll have enough hors d'oeuvres. If people push us, we don't know what to do sometimes. I'm saying to you, why not be in the public and say our normal hors d'oeuvre is $2.50 per guest. However, for an additional $3.12, we can do this. Or, just always offer more, and in some cases you have to offer less because that's how it works. Now just think of a tasting for a moment. Where people come in, whether they're on contract or not, and they're going into it. Picture your tasting room, and I'm saying to you, as your arrogant consultant for the day, if they walk in and see 4 chairs waiting for them, they're all identically alike, I don't think you're doing a tasting. That's my world. In other words, why aren't we showing 4 different types of chairs? with 4 different types of chair covers? Why is it that we always have a simple linen on that tasting table? And why not, during the middle of a tasting at the proper time, say, Mrs. Smith, we'd like to change the linen. Would you just step up for a moment? Thank you so much. And a crew comes in right in front of the prospect and changes the linen, puts down a runner. That's selling choice, because you want to do it. Here's a script, for example. Mrs. Smith, as we discuss your event today, would you like me to make you aware of some of the unique options that are available, or would you prefer for me to just stick with the more traditional event approach that has made our company so successful? Which would you prefer, the additional options available or only the traditional options that seem to be used by everybody? Here's another one. Hi, Mrs. Smith. Even though your event is already booked and it's 3 months from now, I want to just call you to share with you a very new concept that is sweeping the event industry from coast to coast. You see, I'm going to always try to upsell, but again, in my heart, I'm trying to make a better event. One last one for you. Picture this. I'm sitting in front of a customer, and they give me a check for a $5,000 deposit. I'm excited, I'm happy, I look over and I shake their hands and say, thank you very much for your order, Mrs. Smith. I just am so excited, but would you like me to take a moment now and show you some things you can get for about $2,000 more? Yeah, that's the world I come from. You don't have to be in my world, but I learned my world by very fine catering salespeople who taught me over the years how to be not aggressive, but to take advantage of the moment. Upselling is important. Have a meeting in your company about upselling. Thank you very much for listening today and watching, I guess. And I also want to remind you there's never been a better time to be in the catering business today. And many times I wish I was back there in catering, but of course, I think I'll hold off a little bit. One more last idea. Do me a favor. If you're an owner or a highly placed manager, somehow figure out how to call your company on the phone, put a handkerchief over the phone or whatever you can do to disguise your voice the best you can, and just see how your company answers the phone and how they treat you. Have a great week. Thanks for being with me. Bye-bye.